wins. And over the last 6 matches, Furia has more losses in terms of rounds than iNTACT. 43 round losses, iNTACT at 37 round losses. Here we go. Furia Esports coming in here, having won 4 minors in Brazil. A Brazilian team, for those of you who don't know. And they're doing pretty solid in terms of winnings in 2018. They have $30,000 in winnings so far. Caserado going to get the opening frag here on Nox. Caserado, the top fragger for Furia at 131 frags in the season. This one's walking up here. Yuri waiting for him. Gets one. Shake trades it back. Looking for another trade back. Is iNTACT. They're not going to find it just yet, but Swan is waiting patiently outside of Banana for a potential retreat. Sees Yuri pop out of logs and go right back in. Swan looking to do some damage here. Could do so. He does get Art down to 14, but Yuri gets him. So now it's a 4v2 in favor of Furia. Of course, being Inferno. I'm hoping that I don't butcher the names of Furia too badly. I think it's just Caserado, I'm not sure. But I'm probably saying it right, I hope. Anyway, bomb getting it planted here on the A site for Furia. Still a 4v2, and iNTACT really don't have much of a reason not to go and engage here at the A site. It is still pistol round. Shake did buy up the armor, which could be the only reason in my mind that they are choosing not to go for this one. In the chat, predictions coming in early. Mochila thinking Furia will take it 16-12. I think it's going to be a tightly contested affair. Both teams coming up with 16-0 victories. It was 16-0 for iNTACT against That's Toxic. Furia winning 16-0 against Livid. And that match, Caserado was 28-1. Absolutely beastly. And as the bomb's going to explode here, it looks like Shake and Optimus are actually just going to try and... Wow, they killed quite a few people while I was talking there. I think maybe the bomb did some of the damage. But anyway, only one Furia member coming out of that round. Doesn't really matter. Of course, it was the pistol round. But iNTACT going to get 1,900 in the bank account, and will be doing a full save, which we're going to see more and more often on CT side after losing that pistol round, because a full save means M4s and FAMASas now on round number 3. Droid coming in saying 16-3 for who, Droid? You didn't say for who. DMAC Mizzle, iNTACT 16-10. Jonah saying Furia 16-8. And T-Way's coming with a random prediction for Final Feature versus Furia. Final Feature winning 16-9 against them. So an early prediction on that one. Shake waiting here over at the B site, priming his smoke. Looks like iNTACT spot up pistols here. A CZ, a Deagle, 2 P250s, and carried over from the previous round, Optimus has the dualies. An AK bought up for Yuri. MP5S for Vinny. So they're going to engage a little bit on the B site. Maybe just spray on through that smoke. Optimus and Shake waiting to greet them on B. And the buy-up rounded out by 2 MAC-10s and a Galil. Smoke coming in from Optimus. Now Art's going to fly around the corner, knowing Optimus is there, but Shake gets the frag on Art. Vinny trades it back over on Shake. 4v4. Decent round so far for iNTACT getting that frag. They want to take that AK out of the hands of Furia, though. Optimus going to wait in construction here for Nox to come around and try to support him. Swan engaging at alt mid. He does go down, but Turismo finds one on Able J. Optimus looking for Vinny, and he gets it! Good round here by iNTACT, taking a ton of money out of the hands of Furia. 2v2 now. Nox and Turismo still standing, and Turismo managed to pick up the Galil. Caserado looking for some action over at Banana. Yuri does find Nox now. It's a 1v2, but Turismo cannot do it with the Galil. He will go down, and Caserado finds a 2 count round. But exciting nonetheless in round number 2. iNTACT forcing Furia to buy up 3 weapons here in round 3. And will they be saving once more? Yeah, they're going to save until round number 3 here on their CT side because, well, of course, they did buy up a little bit. They didn't get that full save in the previous round like I thought they were doing. Ended up buying up some pistols, and as a result, they're going to have to wait until round 3 to get that full utility and full hardware bought up. Here we go. 2 AKs, 2 Galils for Furia. And they already lost one Nox to USPS, doing the damage on Able J and picking up the Galil as a result. I'm going to get picked up now by Caserado as Art spamming through the smoke. Does connect on Shake for a little bit, down to 80, but not much. Good usage of utility by iNTACT here. Burning off as much time off the clock as they can with those smokes. Oh, good nade thrown by Caserado, getting Optimus. 3v4, and all of Furia is waiting at that B site. Here comes the execute. Mollies and smokes flying into that B site, and Furia is still waiting for someone to try and push this smoke aggressively. A lot of patience here and still a lot of time. Shake on the edge here, could find one, and doesn't survive, unfortunately, to find more. Yuri gets knocked, creeping up on the flank, and Swan's gonna be last one standing. Does do some more damage, finding Vinny. So even though iNTACT's losing these rounds, they've already taken out 3 members, and almost 4 there in both of these last rounds. So here we go, round number 4, and looking at the economy here, because of how effective iNTACT was at taking out those players, not too good. So a round victory here for iNTACT could mean Furia is on a save. Here we go, round number 4 of action, guys. Just so you know, Furia didn't compete in ESEA Advanced last season. They took a season off in ESEA, I guess, to compete in all those minors and monthly tournaments where they won 6 of them. Turismo, gonna find Able J to open things up here. Able J is actually playing from Brazil, the only player still located in Brazil. The remaining Furia members have moved to North America. Able J was on the academy team last season. Is Art gonna find the frag on Optimus, opening up things at the B site? Shake is still over at Coffins, looking for some action. Turismo finds Queserado. I'm gonna get planted here. Oh, good, great molly throw. Not good, great. To prevent that plant over at the default plant spot on B. Shake, gonna be staring through the smoke, gonna spam that more than likely. Come on, no, there we go. He does spam it. Getting down to 38. Turismo finding Vinny now, 4v2. Suri waits in pool. Trying to get his spray control down to spam Swan as well. Can't get Swan, but Art in the meantime gets Turismo. Now it's up to Art with only 24 HP, and the AK, and Art gets the headshot on Swan. Shake defuses the bomb. Art has no idea he's defusing. Great timing there on Shake, throwing the smoke and letting it pop at the exact same time as he starts the defusal. Great job by him. And iNTACT do indeed win their first round. 3-1 in favor of Furia. Like I was saying, Able J was on the academy team for Furia, and he did so well that they decided to bump him up to the full-time squad. He's the only change in their roster for 2 seasons. Art, Vinny, Yuri, and Queserado, excuse me, have been there for some time. The coach, I'm gonna mess up his name, I know it, but Gary, I don't know. He's 28 years old, semi-pro experience in 1.6, and also CSGO for a little bit. Seeing a lot of smokes going down over at Banana. Shake's boosted up on the half wall to see what's happening over them. So Able J at the bridge. Shake's gonna find the opening frag here in the round. Art goes down, but then Vinny and Able J respond. Swan and Shake's all their victims. Queserado on the flank, coming from CT, spots out Optimus. So throughout all that chaos, Furia snuck through Arch, got onto the B site, and Optimus was none the wiser. Nox and Turismo, the last 2 standing here for iNTACT. Nox at Library, and Turismo hanging out over at the stairs near CT Apps. Bomb gonna get planted at the B site, and it's a good execute here by Furia. Sending 3 members over to that A site, 2 members over to the A site to rotate around on the flank at B, and throwing a lot of utility to block the view of iNTACT at Banana. And Nox and Turismo have nothing to do here but save, and save they will. Leading the way on the season for iNTACT in terms of almost every category. As you see, Able J's going to actually find Turismo. That leaves only Nox right next to Turismo to maybe look for a trade, but looks like Nox won't be able to find anything. In any case, leader in terms of stats, Turismo, 164 frags, 1.67 KDR, and ADR of 101.7. The only member of either team in this match that's above 100 ADR after 8 games of play. I don't think there are many players in advanced period that can boast that stat. And he's got 19 rounds with 3 kills or more. So Turismo's really tearing it up this season. I think he's going to be missed in the WESG closed qualifiers that are happening, when is it? Is it this Saturday? I believe it is. Anyway, let's get back to the match. Round number 6. Nox going to spray down Yuri with aggressive play towards alt mid. He goes down to 2 HP. Could get Able J as well, and he does. Nox with a 2K over at alt mid. With 2 HP remaining in the bank. Finds Able J. Now we have a 5v3. Queserado is going to try to respond here over at the B side, but he goes down as well as Vinny. Optimus doing a good job as the B anchor getting those frags. And now it's up to Art. So a great response from iNTACT now. Nox, Swan, and Turismo still standing. And Nox with the key opening frags, I would say. Art's not done yet, though. Nox giving him the one and done. No trade coming in. And now with iNTACT rotating all the way over to the B site, it's free and clear for Art to go back to A. So Art picking up that op, doing work with it, and then gets the M4A4. Which is probably the right decision given it's a 2v1. Bomb's going to go down. iNTACT will rotate immediately. Probably going to come from CT, and there they go. Swan and Turismo. Turismo. He's been solid all season long, especially in clutch situations. And here's one situation where they really do need him. Trying to get back in this match. Art's playing a perfect angle here. Finds one. Looking for the second, and Art with the 4K. In the 3v1, Art comes out to the rescue for Furia. iNTACT do not win the round, even though it was trending in their favor. They lost one. That was Nox over in CT spawn. Gave Art the chance, so much space to go over into today's site. And as a result, Furia are continuing to roll along here in this match. Those are the types of mistakes we saw last night on CT side for iNTACT, and we're seeing them again here. Let's hope they can get their act together before this one's out of reach. 2 CZs, a USPS, and 2 P250s for iNTACT. As they're on a pistol save round. No armor, and only the smoke in Optimus's hands. 2 AKs, make that 3 AKs for Furia. The M4A4 brought over from the previous round, and Art now rocking the op once more. Fury gonna spam through the wall there and trying to connect on something, but nothing doing. iNTACT's got a 4-man stack over on the A site, and the Lurk, or I should say the B player, Optimus, who's usually on B, actually going to rotate over to A as well. Now Furia hasn't committed to either site. Look at them, look at the play they have going here. 2 players over at Banana, 1 at mid and 2 at alt mid. So just making sure they explore their options and don't overcommit to either site. Turismo, he's spraying away here. Turismo and Shake can do some damage here on Quesarado, and now Yuri is trying to respond. He will, but he's going to get overwhelmed more than likely unless he keeps getting these frags. 2, Shake, Swan, and then Noxo down. Yuri doing the work. Optimus does respond with a great push from the CZ on Able J and Yuri, but he's up against 2 members, Art and Vinny, who are now going to rotate from Banana. Bomb is down. In Optimus' favor, he has an AK picked up, but Furia, Art with a great wide peek on Optimus, going to make it count, and Furia get the 6-round victory. So iNTACT's doing really, really good work on their eco rounds, but they're not coming out very successfully on their full buys. So you're seeing 3 members go down for Furia almost every single time iNTACT's been on a pistol buy. But then when they get on the real buys, making the mistakes. See how it goes down here. As you can see, still, Furia doesn't have much of an economy built up here. Art with a quick shot over on Swan. That's at mid. And in the first 10 seconds, Swan is out of the picture. Turismo going to try and pick up that op. He jumps around. Try and retrieve it, but I guess he's just going to leave it down there. Turismo sees the flashbang coming a mile away, turns away from it. Just going to have to hope that Nox can hold apartments here by his lonesome. iNTACT already leaning towards the A site, cheating a little bit as Turismo gonna get a trade. Able J is his victim while Yuri trades him back. 3v4. Nox going to engage with both Vinny and another Fury member. It's gonna end pretty quickly. Yuri comes out, finds Optimus, and then Shake goes down handily as well. iNTACT with absolutely no response after those initial 2 frags. 7-1 in favor of Furia. Mochilla. You know what's that actually makes me really angry, because cheating is considered such a negative term in Counter-Strike, because so many people have, I don't know, whatever, so many people cheat in casual play and things like that. But I'm just saying they're out of position. It's a term used often in sports. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, Yuri gonna get the wall bangs. Turismo and Shake solo go down. What a wall bang from Yuri coming in there. Eco round for iNTACT, but still, that puts a dent in them right off the bat. Nox gonna get the frag over on Able J. We have a 4v3 on our hands. Art prime that smoke and throw it towards the B site. I mean, they got to watch out for that wall bang. Yuri's been doing it the entire match, so I'm surprised to see iNTACT stack up there, because the bullets have been flying in that direction at the beginning of each round. Furia's going to walk into the B site here, pretty much uncontested, as Optimus went down to 5 HP. He's going to wait inside of construction, near the sandbags. Ninth round of play, and Furia in full control of the match up to this point. iNTACT just looking for a response at this point. And considering that Massed Esports gave both these teams a run for their money, Massed Esports picked up 14 rounds against Furia, 16-14 loss against them, but then against iNTACT won 16-14. So you think because of that, what a flick by Art! My goodness! Gets hit by Optimus, immediately just a 180, flicks around and finds him without even thinking twice. In any case, Massed Esports, with such close scorelines against both these teams, you would have expected, of course, that the same would be, we have the same result here with iNTACT and Furia, but unfortunately, as of right now, iNTACT has to really get their game going. Like I said, it's just on the buy rounds. The pistol rounds have been really solid for iNTACT. That was a pretty crazy flick. What did I just watch? Says Twist. I don't know. I'm not sure. That was a very precise flick. As Furia heading into round number 10, already securing the first half with that eighth round victory. 3 AKs. Actually, 2 AKs, an SG-553, MAC-10, and AWP bought up for Furia. I guess the MAC-10 just in case they want to get some eco-frags, but that's not going to be the case here. iNTACT buying up 3 M4s, saved up an AK from the previous round and have an AWP in Swan's hands. Swan gonna find Vinny here, so that's a good start in the round for Swan, who hasn't had the best of luck on Inferno so far this season. Not his best map. I think that's safe to say. Sitting at 3-8 right now. But Swan's one of those players who can kick it into gear at any time. .5v4 iNTACT looking to pick up their second round victory. Turismo waiting underneath balcony, which is a good position to hold, especially since Nox is waiting at pit as well. Able J and Yuri creep their way up towards balcony, slowly but surely. The bomb on their back, so likely going to be an 8 hit here with only 28 seconds left in the round. Molly being thrown up by Turismo. Gives up his position underneath balcony a little bit. Art finds a frag on Swan. Oh my gosh, that's such a critical frag because now that triggers the rotate from iNTACT over towards the B site. They know there's not much time left on the clock, and they're leaving A entirely exposed. Bomb has not been sighted. Finally, they turn tail and head back over to the A site, but it could be too late. Able J finding Nox. Turismo rotating around from truck side, and he's going to be joined by Shake hopefully soon, as Shake is running his butt off here to get on over to support his teammate. Able J playing inside a pit now. Peak finds Turismo, and that leaves only Shake with the AWP over at Art's side. That is not a round that iNTACT should have lost. B site was under control. There wasn't a reason for the rotate. The bomb was not spotted out yet. A little bit of a panic rotate, and as a result, you see Furia picking up their 9th round victory. So 9-1 in favor of Furia. That round was, I don't know, second round this match where iNTACT probably should have had it and did not. Is Able J playing from Brazil? Indeed he is, Faust. Ping of 158, but still it's not really holding him back. You see him at 7-9 in the match so far on the season. 120 frags, representing 21% of the frags on his squad. 1.22 KDR, 80.7 ADR, and 5 kill plus rounds. So I mean, it just doesn't even seem like he's playing from Brazil with a ping like that. with those type of stats. So here we go. Pause is now ended. And we're heading back into round number 11. iNTACT probably just trying to talk things over and get their ducks in a row. Double op setup with a Deagle and 2 CZs. Not something you'll see very often, but they're going to try and make it work here. Likely going to spread out the ops on A and B site. Nox getting naded down to 29 HP. Good double nade stack. And then Art finds Nox running through window room. That's a hell of a shot on the run there. Good angle held by Furia. 4v5. Vinny waiting for Optimus to push up here. And you see iNTACT taking chances that they really don't need to. As Optimus pushed up there with the CZ. They still have the 2 ops standing here. Swan over at the B site. Turismo gets overloaded by Vinny. Vinny finding a 2K. And now it's all up to Swan with the op. He just has to save this into the next round. There's no reason to throw it away. They have the full loss bonus of 3,400. Keep the op in hand. Just try to get some frags. Oh, wow, that's a hell of a flash by Vinny. Any case, Swan gonna find him, and then Swan gets traded out by Serato. So that's gonna be that. Furia up 10-1. I'm not sure why you throw that flash. Maybe just trying to make sure he plays it safe at every angle. But it worked out in that case. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for the frag, but it worked out in flashing Swan. So 10-1 again for Furia. 12th round of play, guys. As Art have to work his way in towards the apps. 3 members already pushed up very closely towards the A site here for Furia. Optimus waiting at the B site here with the op scoped in. Art peeks around from Boiler and finds Swan trying to retreat back to the A site. So now we have a 5v4 and Turismo and Boiler. Turismo could get on a good flank here. Gets 1, 2, and maybe 3. Turismo, that's a great play for him. Finally goes down, but evens out the odds here. 3v3. Able J. Last one to find a frag here. Art has managed to get around over at Art's side. Flashbang thrown by him. And now Furia have all 3 members at Art's side. Able J is at balcony, so could catch the pit player off guard. But there's no pit player. Nox is on the site. Nox with the op, rocking and rolling, finds Vinny. Art trades it back 2v2. Optimus playing from Moto. Gonna throw a smoke out there to guise his advance, and then a flashbang as well. As Art throws smoke, plants inside of it, and a molly dissipates in a smoke. Optimus now working his way towards mid, where Shake will be meeting up with him. As they go for this retake, no reason not to. They need the rounds. Down 10-1. Able J peeks out there, gives away his position. Shake throwing a great molly. Able J's gonna burn alive. He doesn't move. He does it. He gets the headshot on the run. Able J traded out, but Art there for the final frag on Optimus. Art with a 3K on the round, but man, on the move. Able J through the molly, still gets a headshot with only about 4 HP remaining. Wow. Furia now up 11-1 in the match. Round number 13. iNTACT just going to buy up some CZs, 4 CZs in fact, and USPS over on Furia. Well, it's been the same story for the past 10 rounds. 4 AKs and an AWP. Art ready and waiting as Able J does go down towards Nox. To Nox. That is towards alt mid. 5v4. iNTACT going to pick up the AK as well and give that to Turismo. Their top fragger. Good nade stack over there at the B site. Catches Optimus again. And Optimus is down. Shake going to get the trade though. 4v3. Serato could go down as well, but Serato does find the frag on Shake. Swan with the USPS trades it back once more. So good responses here by iNTACT on their pistol round. Again, like I said before, their pistol rounds have looked better than their full buys. Fury peeking around there towards CT, and he's going to throw that smoke, so Swan is kind of blocked off from the B site now. The bomb is actually creeping towards the A site. Maybe? No, there it goes. Art's going to join his teammate as Yuri calls out that it's clear. And smoke pops off towards CT again. Turismo and Swan both moving their way from construction in towards coffins. So Molly burns away. They wait for it to disappear, and only 2 flashes left for Furia in terms of utility. iNTACT has that one Molly, so they're going to throw it for new box. No one there. Turismo finds the frag on Art. Here we go. 3v1. Yuri's the last one on the site in dark corner. This has to go for iNTACT. It has to. Yuri finds Swan, and now Turismo peeking around the corner, and Yuri gets the 3K! Ah! Furia picks up a 12th round victory. 12-1 in their favor. iNTACT just cannot find the killing blow in any of these rounds. 14th round of play. Turismo gonna throw that nade right down mid, and iNTACT will be on a full buy. That was a save round for them, but still, they had the advantage with 3 members standing, 2 of them with rifles. It's just a shame. Double op setup for iNTACT. Game 484 is rounding out the buy. They only have 1 member playing on the B side, and that's exactly where Furia is going. Optimus going to have to hold his own here, and he's playing with that op. It's a bit of a gap under the smoke. Oh my god. Look at the awareness by Yuri. Seeing the gap, jumps over it so Optimus doesn't know he's going there, and throws a smoke in on the molly that he just tossed. So no more gap in the smoke. That's a high-level play. Now Furia can complete control of the B site. iNTACT not losing a single member, but not getting a frag either. Optimus checking out what's going on in U-Box. Art does find the frag over on Turismo. Turismo is trying to get on the flank. They're set up really well here, with Art watching that. And Caserado finds a double. Shake and Swan go down. Now a 5v2. 4v2 as Optimus gets that frag, but it's not looking good. Art gonna find Optimus, and then Yuri peeks around the corner to get Nox as well. That's gonna be that. Furia up 13-1 over iNTACT. 15th round of play, and iNTACT doesn't really have much to get a decent buy up here. I was expecting a much closer match. I was thinking this one would go to double OT, but Furia up 13-1 now. iNTACT's really going to have to have a monstrous T side to get back into this match. We've got a Scout, 2 FAMASas, MP9, and an M4A4. Nox and Turismo going to walk up towards stairs here. There it is! Turismo and Nox find the opening 2. Can they finally seal the deal? They took a lot of damage in that engagement, though. Nox and Turismo both down to 19 HP. Optimus at 69. Turismo, oh, that's a great play by Turismo, pushing up all the way there towards Squeaky Door. Catches Vinny off, and now a 5v2. But you have Caser out of the top frag, and Art, who's been playing like his hair's on fire in this match, still alive. Swan's gonna dome Caserado, and that leaves only Art standing in a 5v1. Caserado trapped under past Turismo, has a great angle on him, and there it is! iNTACT finally get their 2nd round victory. A good little push up towards CT Apps, down the stairs, into alt mid, getting a couple of frags, kicking things off in the round there. And finally, iNTACT pick up a 2nd round victory. But is it too little too late? Or can iNTACT pull off the magic and get 11 round victories in a row to tie this one up at 13-13? Well, we're soon going to find out, guys. I am JRT. Hope you're enjoying the cast so far. If you are, we'd really appreciate you hitting me up with a follow at JRTTV with 2 E's at the end in the top left-hand corner of your screen. I post highlights on my Twitter, my schedule, all that fun stuff. So if you want that great information, hit me up with a follow and support me, because I love you. Thank you. Here we go. 2nd half of action. Round number 16, iNTACT. I mean, it goes without saying that they absolutely need this pistol round. 2 flashes and a smoke for Shake. Shake, Optimus actually already pushed up towards mid. Now he has 2 members heading into the apartments, and he's going to decide to do so as well, jumping up on the balcony. Caserado goes down right off the bat over at B site. It's a good job here to force Art to lean more towards B than A, opening up a lot of space for his 3 teammates who are headed towards balcony. Excuse my blocked nose, guys. I'm, for some reason, still sick after 2 weeks, which is amazing. Comes and goes. Back to the action. As you can see, Swan stacked up here, right outside balcony with Nox, and the rest of his team have now joined him. 5v2 on the A side. AbleJ playing right next to boost spot. Here come the smokes as well, as they know the execute is coming on in. AbleJ almost played that perfectly, but Optimus got the better of him, and now hiding in Moto was Yuri. He has to back off now towards Art's side. Still has full HP. Vinny down to 4 there. That was over at the B site early on in the round. Shake at 5 HP inside a boiler. He could be the one to catch off Yuri. Good first round on their T side for iNTACT, though. This one's not over yet. It's Yuri. Does spot out Shake, so Shake backs off. Still alive, though. Art. Mid gets Shake, and Yuri trying to make it happen here on the A site. Optimus, though, gets the frag on Vinny. Nox gets Yuri. That leaves only Art standing, and Swan domes him with the Glock. iNTACT still in this one. Third round victory for them. 13-3 for Furia. Inside the chat, what are you guys talking about? Who is iNTACT mopping up tonight? Golden Liberty, I think you came in before checking the score. William WCH says, at JRTTV, did you used to cast for CSGM? Yes, I did. Back when CSGM was still a thing. That did not end well, as you all know. I was very sad. But you know what? Turned out for the best. Cannot complain. 13-3 for Furia. iNTACT now down 10 rounds. They do have a couple of AKs and 3 MAC-10s bought up. Furia on the full save, waiting to get M4s in the following round. They did buy up 1 smoke grenade and a Zeus. Where is Art playing? iNTACT. Maybe a little bit of BM coming out there. Shake gonna spam through the smoke. Finds Vinny. Gets Caserado down to 31 HP. Shake. Gonna be guarding CT there as Art and Yuri are gonna go on the flank at Banana. Try and get some damage done. It's not gonna work. Swan's waiting right there at logs. Sprays down Yuri. And Art again with the Zeus out. I don't like that, man. Anyway. Art. Waiting around the corner here. Optimus. Playing it wisely, doesn't want to push into a close range engagement with a pistol. iNTACT just going to wait up Banana. I don't think they're going to move. They're safe here. And they probably know something's up for Furia. Pistol coming out. They're just trying to bait him out for the Zeus. Anyway, 13-4 in favor of Furia. 4th round victory for iNTACT. And in the chat, Droid 16-3 prediction. You're already wrong, Droid, but nice try. It's late in the match. 16-13 for iNTACT. Easy, says Nathan. Hope is not lost there. 16-11 is still alive, boy, says Mochilla. Predicted 16-11 in favor of Furia. Now Furia going to buy out the M4A4s as mentioned. 3 M4A4s, a FAMAS, and an MP9. iNTACT stacked up towards Banana now. Not made their execute known yet. You know, iNTACT a lot of experience against top-tier teams, and I think it's paying off right now because they're not panicking. They're taking their time on their T side to execute their strats and aren't rushing into what would be their doom if they just decided to go for an all-out push into the B site without using their utility effectively. Turismo comes for that flash into the B site. Here they come. Turismo engaging very quickly here. Doesn't really do any damage, but Swan and Shake are going to do the damage. Art and Vinny go down. Nox, oh no, gets a TK on Swan, a headshot, and now Caserado gets one on Shake. Optimus responding for one in turn, 2v2, and that TK is going to cost them, and indeed it does. AbleJ boosts it up onto the flower pot, finds Optimus and Nox. Goodness gracious. 14-4 in favor of Furia. And that's, I guess, pretty much sums up how the match has gone so far for iNTACT. 28th round to play. Oh, boy. Okay. I don't know if that was accidental or intentional, but Swan backstabbing Turismo down to 39 HP. Let's keep it cool, guys. Let's keep it cool. Flashbang thrown in towards mid there. Shake coming on. Watch it be the turning point in the match and they start to frag like crazy. Swan now down to 31. I think Art sprayed into the smoke there. It's Art. Waiting behind. Or actually not behind, at Speedway. Behind Arch. Second round in a row that he does big team damage. Snesta, actually no Snesta, he was on the receiving end of team damage in the previous round. Shake coming around the corner. Good angle held, gets Art, opens things up for iNTACT. Unfortunately there's Yuri gonna find Swan creeping up around truck side. Doesn't know Turismo's there though. So Turismo could get the jump on him. Throws the molly. Yuri. Gonna find Turismo and Nox. Goes for a third on Optimus and can't get it. And in the meantime actually, I think it was Shake who found a frag. Maybe not, but in either case it's 2v2. Serato and Vinny still standing in library. Shake and Moto. Optimus playing on the site. He's trying to bait them out for Shake here. Tapping around. Shake gets 1 and 2! That's actually Optimus with the second one. Shake and Optimus doing the damage here on the A site. And still, even with the backstab knife from Swan into Turismo's back, they win the round, responding and resetting the economy of Furia. 14-5 now in their favor. So iNTACT still chipping away at this. OT not inevitable yet if iNTACT wins out. They can still win this one, 16-14. Any outcome is possible between these two teams, guys. Deagle bought up for Yuri, 3 P250s, and a scout for Art. Good luck, love tap, says Taco Mike. Yeah. Maybe. Or wake up and start fragging. That's a good nade thrown by Shake towards Art. Gonna get him down to 37 HP. Art backs off out of window, clearing things up for iNTACT to move on in. And Furia forcing up here in the chat saying, why are they forcing? That's called overconfidence. That's called, they're convinced they won the match, so they're just going to try and force up here. Or maybe they knew they were going to be on a double save. One of the two. Which they were going to be on a double save, but still. I don't think the force up is necessarily the right play. I mean, you saw the Zeus come out before, though, so... Anyway. Nox from balcony, gonna get that frag on Yuri. Opens things up at the A site. Still 1 remaining on default. He's gonna go down as well. Able J falls. Turismo finds him. And now iNTACT storming on into the A site, taking full control of it. Art has backed off to B. And it looks like they're gonna have to save up what they purchased in the round. Caster is trolling me by agreeing with chat. Mochilla. Mochilla. It's okay. Sometimes you have to agree with chat. Gotta keep the people happy. Anyway, iNTACT gonna win their 6th round victory here. 14-6 will be the scoreline. And they've cut the lead down to 8 rounds. Furia saving up what they bought up here. As iNTACT going to hide into this corner where the bomb will not hit them. All stacked up. And that's going to be that. Checking out the scoreboard here, guys. Yuri, top frag for his squad, 20-12. Art second, 18-9. And Serato third, 13-9. That's Serato sitting at the bottom for the first time in 2 matches. He was 28-1 against Team Livid. Absolutely tore a hole through them, and 22-12 against Unity, which they only won 16-9. They were actually down 9-6 in that last match they played. That was yesterday on Cash, and then they won out second half and didn't lose a single round there to win the match 16-9. Shake. Let's throw that flash in for Arch side, and Furia is actually stacked up here towards that B side. Have to take a chance, of course, since only two SPSs, a CZ, or not a CZ, P250. And Vinny gonna go down there. Who had the other pistol buy up? Art stacked up to get a boost over half wall. iNTACT just looking for some intel here. Turismo's gonna tap away at Yuri. And now Optimus is gonna try and support. for iNTACT, of course, working their way towards the A site. And with that second and third spot out for iNTACT, they're just going to probably storm into this A site. They're still playing it carefully. I guess you can't really blame them, down 14-6 against a Furia team that has managed to pull off the 1v3s. And Serato having picked up that AK off the ground. I mean, if Serato's in better position on this A site with that AK and the body armor, he could make a play for it, but I think he's just going to be happy saving it in the round. Or trying to. Swan's trying to engage here and find the frags. Serato holding a good angle against Swan, and he gets the headshot on him. Good crosshair placement. No mistake made. 3v2, but iNTACT's got the round in the bag. Given their economy, they could still chase. You want to try and build it up a little more, which they, of course, will with the bomb plant and the round win here. 36-50 into their accounts. And they're looking pretty good here on the second half so far. Their 7th round victory on the match. In the chat, getting a little ahead of yourselves, Nesta, saying Serato is the next cold. I do not know about that. I've seen a lot of Brazilian up-and-comers that haven't necessarily hit the big time as they would have hoped. 14-7 for Furia. iNTACT now facing off against a bit of a mixed buy for Furia. Famas, a scout, 2 M4A4s, and the AK from the previous round in Serato's hands. iNTACT making a pretty quick play here towards the A site. At least quick in terms of getting into those CT apps very rapidly. Swan going to try and clear out, likely default on the A site. Sees Serato, gets tagged down to 45 HP. And that was actually from Art. Serato was in library. Good molly thrown there by Furia to force iNTACT to back off, and now 5 of them towards Boiler. They're going to have to filter out of here quickly so they don't get trapped and naded down to, well, there are no nades left, but still, a molly could do them in as well. There they go. They're already out of there. And Snesta wants to see this as an advanced final. You may very well get your wish. This could be a preview of things to come in the playoffs, because both these teams are almost certainly bound for late round playoffs, unless something goes horribly wrong. Good little smoke thrown in there by iNTACT on towards the A site. Serato boosted up, finds 3! Shaking to try and respond here, but he's the last one standing, and Serato with the 3K over from boost gets it done. Furia now up 15-7, and just like that, iNTACT's hopes are dashed in that round, and perhaps in the match as well. Furia now have 8 match points here, and they've secured at least OT, even if iNTACT comes back and wins out. How do you get all 3 frags like that from boost? I do not know, but a very impressive play by Serato. He bumped up to 17 frags on the match with that 3K. Wants that top frag back. iNTACT still have enough money to buy up almost full utility. So perhaps their final execute of the match. Jay, waiting for the smokes to come in, throws a molly in response. Turismo walks right through the molly, and so does Nox. They're both down to less than 30 HP. 38 combined, actually. iNTACT does get a presence over around mid. They've got 3 members to deal with on Furia. Still have Yuri playing default. As you saw, Art is up at apartments, now jump down to pit, and he misses a shot. So a chance for iNTACT. They get to use some utility, throw the molly, and force Art out of position. Able J playing default and still on the boost spot. This time it's Yuri, and he's going to get the frags too. 1 on Turismo, 1 on Nox. Shake finds 1 again, but he's dropping. Everyone's dropping like flies here for iNTACT. Shake is again the last one standing, or actually it's Optimus, as Shake went down to Able J. Craziness happening. This could be it. Optimus finds Able J, but it's not going to be enough. Yuri with the 3K. That boost spot is just magic for Furia. And the final score will be 16-7 in favor of Furia. Expected a much closer matchup than we got, but that's that, guys. iNTACT suffer their second loss in 30 matches.